Welcome to Caesarea by the Sea. We're standing in the hippodrome where horses and chariots raced. Also a part of this hippodrome is an area for gladiatorial games where one man would match up against another and fight to the death. Over 1,881 years ago, a man named Rabbi Akiva gave his life in this hippodrome. He gave his life as they took a metal comb and they scraped the flesh from his bones. While they were torturing him, he was reciting the Shema. The Shema is, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, and the Lord is one." So he's being tortured for what he believes in, and yet he's praying through it. Also in this hippodrome, in the gladiatorial area, we have another rabbi who was covered in his Torah scrolls and burned to death. Another rabbi had the skin from his head removed slowly while he was alive. You know, the Fox's Book of Martyrs says that the blood of the martyrs is the seed of the church. Men have given their lives for this faith that we believe in. And in this class, we've been asked the question, what do we do when a leader asks us to do something wrong? Well, I think this is fitting as we sit here and we remember those who've given their lives for what they believed in. Now let's remember back to a story in the Old Testament. A man named Nebuchadnezzar, he had erected a statue. And the statue was made of gold, and it stood high into the air. And he invited all of the lands to come and be a part of the celebration. Satraps and governors and administrators. And, well, it was the virtual who's who of the ancient world. And so this great party is set. You can imagine people coming in their best apparel and wanting to be seen. And now it's time for the celebration. Nebuchadnezzar cues the music, and he lets everybody know when this music cues and it plays that you bow. And you bow before this golden image. Now remember, the children of Israel have been taken into Babylonian captivity. 3 men that we're going to talk about now, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men are in Babylon at the time. The music plays, everyone bows, but 3 people are left standing. You can imagine the view as these 3 men are standing for what they believe in when everyone else is bowing before this graven image. You see, the Old Testament tells the children of God not to bow before any graven image. And these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they're abiding by that law. They're not going to bow. They're not going to do it. Well, Herod hears about him and he brings them close. And he instructs them, this is what you're supposed to do. The music plays, you bow. Well, their response to Nebuchadnezzar is this, that King, we will not bow before your idol. And even if we're thrown into the fiery furnace, our God is able to deliver us, and he will deliver us. But if he does not deliver us, we will still not bow before you. Man, that is some strength right there. Standing in the face of adversity, the leader of the land telling them to do something wrong, and yet they stand in rebellion because they're in obedience to their God and rebelling against the one who's asking them to disobey their God. Well, the music's cued, it plays, and they still don't bow. Everyone else is bowing. But these 3 men are left standing, and Nebuchadnezzar is furious. He tells them to heat the furnace 7 times hotter. So hot that the men that were taking Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to the fiery furnace fell dead. It was that hot. The king was furious. He throws the 3 men in the fire, and then waits a minute and notices that, wait a minute, we threw 3 men in the fire, and there are 4 men in the fire, and the 4th, his appearance looks like that of the Son of Man. You see, God was standing with them in the fire. We all go through hardships and trials and struggles in life, and when this question is asked, what do you do when a leader tells you to do something wrong? Well, you do what God told you to do first, even if it means giving your life. Now, we live in a day and age where maybe we're not challenged with the giving of our lives, but we're challenged with more things, like maybe being accused for something that we feel we didn't do, or being punished for something that you may think it's a little too steep. Well, let me tell you, you need to take advantage of those opportunities to let God shine for you, to let God stand in the fire with you.